welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing the third episode of Foundation 5, and today we will be trying out the new L'Oreal Skin Paradise. I'm very excited about this. I love the packaging. I think it's very, very pretty. Side note, do you like my hair? This is the first video I'm filming since I got my hair balayaged blonder, and I really, really love it. I'm obsessed. So anyway, sorry. Before we get into the application portion, let's go over what this claims to do and to be. So it says that it is water-based. It does say that. It's water-infused tinted moisturizer. It's supposed to have lightweight, natural coverage plus 24-hour hydration for a fresh, glowing complexion. The formula offers a 70% water-infused blend with aloe vera plus witch hazel. Not the biggest fan of the witch hazel inclusion in this product because witch hazel is a little bit too strong for my skin, but you know, we'll see. It's supposed to be suitable for sensitive skin. It's oil-free, which is great, and it won't clog pores. So I'm very excited about this. I'm excited to see how it wears, how it applies. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the application portion. All right, guys, so I've got my hair hair banded back. I just wanted to sport it because I got it done yesterday. You know this, and I love it. And I'm gonna do this side with my Tati Beauty Blendiful, and then the other side with a brush and sponge. And we're gonna see which way works the best. I love this packaging. I think it is so cute. It's got like little water droplets. I have been so excited to try this. I've been excited to try all of them, like all of the tinted moisturizer things, but I don't know. I think it's the packaging on this that I'm like so excited to try it. So I hope it's like not awful at least. It seems pretty thick. I think this color's definitely gonna be way too dark for me. Is this the lightest shade? It says 01 light, but like on the bottle, it doesn't look that dark, I don't think. No, it doesn't look that dark. So I'm a little scared. So I'm gonna take this and let's just see what we're working with here. Oh my, that is dark. I will say, the way it's going on my skin looks really nice. I wouldn't say it's full coverage at all. Right now, kind of like a light to medium coverage. I really hate this shade. I like the finish. It's obviously too dark, so it's gonna be another one of those days where I'm going to have to just ignore the shade and focus on the wear. So let's do the forehead before we go to on the other side with the brush and sponge. Yeah, it's kind of like smoothing everything out, but you can definitely still see my scarring, like right here especially. I don't want to get it too much in my hair. Like, I do think it's got a very pretty finish. It's very like kind of dewy, maybe a little bit satin matte. It looks more dewy on camera because the lights are shining, but it's not full coverage by any means. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply another layer, but I'm going to do it after I apply this side. I accidentally took the foundation over a little bit too much with my Tati Beauty Blendiful, so excuse that. But we're gonna see how it goes on with a brush and smooth it over with a sponge. So I'm still like, oh, I hate how dark that is. This would maybe even be too dark for me when I'm like typically tan. All right, e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush, and let's just see what we're working with here. That looks pretty. That does look really pretty. That went on really pretty. That was a very nice layer. I like it because even though it's a tinted moisturizer, it didn't show the brush strokes too much. Sometimes, especially with like a tinted moisturizer kind of product, it will accentuate the brush strokiness because it's more of like, you know, a light coverage kind of foundation. Yeah, that line of demarcation is popping up again. I would definitely say that was a pretty nice layer. You can still see like my freckle and some scarring, but I did like the way that went on. I think it looks pretty similar to the Tati Beauty Blendiful side. The main issue I'm having right now, of course, is with the shade, but the coverage is pretty much what I was expecting on the first layer, and I will see if it's buildable. It definitely smoothed it out. I do think it kind of took away some of the coverage, which kind of happens with a sponge, obviously. But if you're trying to get rid of like brush strokes, even though they weren't that obvious, you could always go in with a sponge. That's kind of the point of me doing it this way. Let me go in again with the Tati Beauty Blendiful and see if this will build. Definitely have to drag this down my neck. It does build. I mean, it's definitely not full coverage. You can still see some stuff, but I'm building it up to almost like a medium coverage right now. It does make the texture of my skin look really nice, which I appreciate. You can still see like some blemishes peeking through and some scarring, so it's not super like full coverage. Of course, we've covered this, but it's not really supposed to be. So I am comfortable with that amount of coverage, like going out and stuff. Like, I don't think it looks bad. I actually think that this makes my face look really, really smooth, so I like that. But before we close off the application portion, I'm gonna go in on the other side with one more layer to even out the coverage, and let's see here if this has like the same effect that the Tati Beauty Blendiful did. This brush really works well with this foundation. Like, you really can't see any brush strokes. It's very smoothing. Like, I do think that aside from the shade, of course, it looks pretty good. I'm going to actually not do a sponge on that second layer because it did take so much of the coverage away, and honestly, it looks very smooth. It looks the same as the Tati Beauty Blendiful side. Overall, I actually really like the way this looks. I will need to check, and I'll let you know when I come back if this is the lightest shade, because if it is, what the frick, man. If it wears well, or if I just like the way it looks throughout the day, I will definitely use this when I self-tan and all that good stuff. So yeah, it looks really good. The only thing is it is clinging to that dry patch, but I don't count that against foundations because all of the foundations that I love and whatnot, they all cling to dry patches. So yeah, it looks really, really good, aside from the shade, of course, and the demarcation on my hairline because I don't want it to get in my hair. But yeah, I really like the way this is looking. I like the coverage. I would definitely say it is kind of like a light to medium coverage, and I would stop there. I don't think I would keep building this up because obviously, like, that's the kind of product it is. It's not supposed to be full coverage or anything like that, but I do think I look evened out and really nice and youthful. So yeah, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go finish the rest of my makeup, drag this down my neck so I don't look ridiculous. And I'm gonna come back and tell you how other products applied over it, and then give you a rundown if this is like the lightest shade and whatnot. And then of course we're gonna do a wear test, so I will see you guys in a second. All right, so real quick, I wanted to show you what this looked like in natural lighting before I put the rest of my makeup on. Honestly, it looks so good. And I did check the shade problem, and there are 3 shades lighter than this. It starts in the fair category. I'm so dumb. It's fine. I went blonder yesterday, so maybe I'm having like extra blonde moments, whatever. But anyway, yeah, so there are 3 other shades before it. Like, I think it's Pharaoh 1, Pharaoh 2, and Pharaoh 3. So I think I'm gonna try to pick up one of the lighter shades to try for the roundup video, kind of what I'm doing with the Wet n Wild tinted hydrator to see. But overall, this looks so good. Aside from the shade, I'm in love with it thus far. So I'm hoping it'll be a little bit longer wearing than the Wet n Wild hydrator. But honestly, I'm really loving this so far, and I think it's just got the prettiest finish and the prettiest coverage for being like a lighter coverage foundation slash moisturize, like tinted moisturizer. So yeah, I did want to pop in, show you what it looked like, and let you guys know about the shade thing. All right, so this is how the rest of my makeup looks on top of it. Honestly, it all went on top of it really nicely. I didn't have any problem blending bronzer or highlight or anything like that. So I really like the way everything looks. I'm also distracted by my hair. I'm like obsessed with it. But anyway, so yeah, everything looks really nice. I really, really like this a lot. So like I said, they do come in 3 lighter shades. In total, it only comes in 12 shades though, which honestly, I don't know like if tinted moisturizers and that kind of stuff should come in more shades. I mean, I personally think they should, but you know, I know it's very common that they only come in like a few shades. So the fact that this comes in 12 instead of like 4, I'm like, oh, that's cool. So I am going to try to get my hands on a lighter shade to try this out for the roundup video, just tell you how it looks when it's in my correct shade. But right now it does look really, really good aside from the shade. Drag it down my neck. It's not horrible, and I am wearing long sleeves, so that's good. So what I'm going to do now, of course, is a wear test. It is 10:30 now, so I'll be doing 2-hour check-ins. I don't have any Zoom meetings today, so I can do check-ins every 2 hours on like the 30-minute mark. So I'm going to leave for now, go about my day, do some school stuff, and I'll see you guys at 12:30. All right, so I'm actually sitting on the floor right now about to edit. But quick little makeup check-in. It's looking really, really good. It really hasn't even fallen into any smile lines. I mean, maybe like a slight bit over here. And there is some dry patchiness, but that's my skin's fault. But everything is looking really good. By the way, it is 12:30, so this is the 2-hour check-in. I hope it continues to wear really well because I'm really starting to like this. I think it looks so nice and smoothing on my skin, even though it's not full coverage. It just looks really, really good. So that's pretty much what's going on and how it looks. So I will see you guys at 2:30. All right, guys, welcome to the second check-in. So it is 2:31. So it is pretty much exactly 4 hours after I applied this. Honestly, it's looking really, 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 really good. I love the way my skin looks. I think that I just look very effortless today. I tried to look effortless today, so it kind of defeats the purpose, but whatever. So yeah, I really, really like this so far. I just want to get my actual color, and I think that I will really like it, but I am going to keep that shade as long as this continues to wear well and it doesn't break me out. I'm going to keep that shade for summer and try it when I like fake tan and stuff like that. But yeah, not a whole lot has changed. Just a little bit of dry patch, but that's been there, and it's because of my skin and my retinol. Nothing has changed, and it looks really good and pretty much just as fresh as it did when I first put it on. Hey guys, welcome to the third check-in, I think. It is 4:30 right now. So this is what the makeup is looking like. I think overall it looks really good, except for the fact that I had to blow my nose a couple of times, and it wore off a little bit in the nostrils, and then I have a ton of dry skin there, which makes my skin crawl. But once again, that's not the foundation's fault. All of my foundations cling to dry patches, pretty much like that kind of dry patch, yeah. But everything else is looking pretty good. Like the finish has stayed the same all day. Of course, I did put powder on top of it, but like it stayed the same. It hasn't gotten super greasy or anything like that. So I'm really, really liking the way this is looking. So I think I'm gonna do a final check-in at like 6:30. We'll see how long I end up wearing this. If I wear it longer, then I'll check in later as well, but we'll see. For now, I will see you at 6:30 and let you know how it's wearing. All right, guys, so welcome to check-in number 4, I believe. That's a lot of check-ins today. So it's 7 o'clock right now. It's a little bit past 6:30, but here's the makeup. It hasn't really changed. Still clinging to that dry patch, but honestly, I'm not holding against it. This looks really good though around my mouth. I did wear a mask so that a little bit wore off, but not as much as I thought it was going to, just a little bit on the tip and a little bit on the side. So yeah, so far so good. I think I am going to wear it for a little bit longer so I can see how much longer I can make this last. So that is it for now, and I will see you in the next check-in. All right, guys, so this is the final check-in. It is 9:30 now, so I have had this makeup on for 11 hours, and it just looks so good, except for that. But it really didn't fall into lines very much, so I was very excited about that. It's not too dewy. It's got like a satin matte finish, and I really, really, really liked this one. So it's going to be hard to beat. All I need to do is get another shade, which I'm going to order, and try like a better shade match for me for sure. So yeah, today's foundation went really well. Hope you guys have been liking this series. If you have, please give this video a thumbs up, hit the notification bell down below, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.